what's your excuse? How are you? Well, it's time. We're finally going to get to these real measurements we've been talking about. First of all, get a journal. You're going to need to log these and put them in a place where you can keep up with it. All right, so get yourself a notebook or something, loose leaf paper, it doesn't matter. Take our measurements and we'll log them in. All right, tape measure. I have this nice little retractable one here that I like to use. Now we're going to take several measurements. We're going to take our right arm, our shoulders, our chest, waist, hips and buttocks, and thigh. We will start, and I'll do this to do it so you would see if you were by yourself as a way. So take your tape measure for your right arm. It's easy enough. Just drop the tape measure, put it over your bicep, the thickest part of your bicep. Now, just so you remember, and actually write when you take your measure, if you took right arm, extend it. Tape measure, don't pull it too tight, take a number. You want to flex it for the bicep, flexed also. You can put relaxed and flexed. That's bicep. Next will be shoulders. The easiest way is to extend your tape measure, put it back across your shoulders. It's easier to do in the mirror. Bring it across your chest and measure. Now, again, as long as you remember, write down where you were. You don't want to take it one time with your arms up and your next measurement with your arms down. So consistency will be the clue. The next measurement is going to be chest. Pull the tape measure behind you. And for technical reasons, let's say everybody's going to go right across the nipples. Right across nipples. Hold the tape measure. Let the arms fall. Take a measurement. These measurements don't have to be perfect because we're actually using them for comparison's sake. That's chest. Now for waist, right across the navel, directly across your belly button. Now I want you to take two waist measurements. One is just relax. Let it go. The other one, stand up nice and tight and take a measurement. Right, make sure your tape measure is level, parallel to the ground, right at the belly button. Same for hips. Right across the hips. I want you to take it across the fattest, widest, thickest part of your hips and bottom. Look down, take your measurement, then a thigh measurement. Go with the shorts. Round the thigh, halfway between the knee, and your hip bone right there. And the last one, which I do like to do, is take one around your calf. Take one of the calf also. Now, write down those measurements. This will be day 1. And every 30 days we're going to take these measurements again. And this is a much, much, much more accurate and better measure of progress than that scale, you all. This is what we want to see. We want to see that body fat and those measurements come down. Now the next thing we've been talking about for a while is our body fat caliper. I have it right here. Now this is the original body fat caliper that I've had, that I've shown you all and taken pictures of, all right? And this is the original book of directions that came with it. If you've actually purchased a body fat caliper, I want you to go with the directions in the book. My book only actually calls for, this one only takes 1 measurement. Some call for 3, but I'm going to go with what's in my book. I want you to go with your directions for yours. It says take 1 measure at the suprailiac. The suprailiac is 1 inch above. Go to your hip bone. Find that hip bone, come 1 inch above. All you do simply is, now mine has this little nodule on it that makes a noise. See that? It clicks. When you push it down, you'll hear that noise clicking saying to stop. Find that suprailiac. I want you to take your fingers and pinch fat. Do not get, I want you to pinch the flesh, what you can pinch there. Hold it out, then take your caliper, get a little closer, over that area, and for mine, you squeeze until you hear the click. That means stop. And look at that number. I want you to do it 3 times in the same spot. Release, pinch again, go to that area and click. Release, go to that same exact spot, pinch again, and click. I want you to write down that number. Then there will be a chart. My book, instructional book, like most of you will then come with a chart. Body fat interpreting chart. And from this, really you all, it's not scientific, it doesn't have to be. again, what we want to do is see this number go down. If this body fat number is going down, that means we're going in the right direction. If it was 30 and now it's 28, we made some progress. And we can set a goal to say if it's 30, our goal is to say that thing say 20. Now this one comes in inches and millimeters. Now the millimeters, seeing as it's a much smaller measure, are easier to keep track of smaller increments. So if yours does millimeters, try the millimeters, or the eighth lines on your inches, it doesn't matter. You all, we're on the right path. What is your excuse? These are the numbers we want to see change. We want to see these numbers come up, widening of the shoulders, chest expanding. We want to see this number come down, and we like to see our legs get a little cut, sculpted, and our calf muscles. Problem spots for most people are what? Around this waist, and of course those hips and buttocks. You cannot spot reduce. You cannot take fat from an area. It's called liposuction. Very expensive, hurts like heck, usually doesn't work. Most people have liposuction. Statistics say rebound back the other way even quicker. But this will work. We are going to put in the work. How bad do you want it? Okay, let me know what you think about this video. If you have any questions, leave comments for me. But let's take these measurements. Hey, you can even post them if you want to, what they were. Ladies, that hourglass. We're going to work on widening the back, reducing the waist, trimming and tightening the hips, right? Gentlemen, one way to make that midsection look smaller, widen that back, spread those thighs. We're in it. Spring is coming. We have no excuses. All right, what's your excuse? Let's get it. Body fat caliper, simple tape measure.